Thank you very much. I will take it from this background that the governor of Nasarawa State issued a proclamation to the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, and the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 105, subsection 3, gave him the power to issue proclamation. But after issuing proclamation, please note this, take note. After the governor issued proclamation, once that proclamation is out of his hand, he has no authority whatsoever. Nobody on earth has any authority whatsoever to alter that proclamation. That governor has done. He has performed his constitutional responsibility, and the proclamation was sent to the House of Assembly. The clerk acknowledged the receipt of that proclamation, and the clerk so duly acknowledged and sent letters of invitation to 24 members elect of Nasarawa State House of Assembly. And 24 members elect of Nasarawa State House of Assembly also acknowledged the receipt of letter of Mr. Clark that we should report to the Nasarawa State House of Assembly premises on the 6th of June 2023 for inauguration by 10 a.m. That is what the letter said. So, as honorable members elect, we went there on the 6th as announced by the clerk. And on getting to that assembly, we saw the military vehicle, the police vehicle, and the civil defense barricaded the entrance of the complex. So we could not gain access into the complex. But we were there, and we sought for explanation. And they said there is order from above that nobody should be allowed to gain access into the complex until 9 o'clock. At this point, we are law-abiding citizens. We respected whatever the order is. And we wait till 9 o'clock. Staff of the assembly came. They were inside the complex. But later on, a staff of the assembly, a director, that is the director of admin and supply, DAS, came again and asked the staffs to vacate the entire assembly complex. And we asked, why? Why are you sending the staff out? And she said she was given a directive that they should vacate the complex. Who? She said from the government house. Who from the government house? She couldn't talk. So we called attention of the police. We said, what is happening? That we should be patient. We called on the commissioner of police to ask, what is happening? That we should be patient. Okay. And we were patient. So by 1:15 p.m., we now saw the military men, and these military men are Air Force. They came, dragged one of the press guy, TVC, okay, and they took him away. We didn't know what was happening. We thought that guy maybe has committed one offense. Only for us to be told that 10 members out of 24 are now converging then at the Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, close to Government House. That is Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. What are they doing there? They say the 10 members are there to conduct inauguration. Meanwhile, the clerk sent a postponement of this inauguration to members without any explanation. According to them, they said he cited security concern. Which security concern, we don't know. The overwhelming security that we have at the assembly complex, there is no way anybody will breach any security in that place. The governor was inaugurated in Nasarawa State. The kind of security that we had during the governor's inauguration, the one we had day before yesterday in the assembly, the one of the assembly is 3 times the security that we are taking to the governor's inauguration. But yet, the governor was inaugurated without any problem. Anyway, in this case, if they say there is security concern, and the clerk issued a postponement without anything to say, okay, I'm postponing to so day, I am postponing to so time, let's assume what he's doing is right. But that is an assumption. But let's go to the legal angle. Does the clerk has right to postpone inauguration? By law, he has no right. Because for him to postpone inauguration, that is an attempt to alter the proclamation of the governor of Nasarawa State. And by the constitution, no one, like I said, including the governor himself that issued the proclamation, no one on earth has the right to alter it once it gets to the assembly. So this is the concern. Now, assuming without conceding, he postponed till when? That is the question that is begging for answer. No time, no date. He just said he's postponed. Why are they doing this? They are doing this as a calculated attempt to provide a venue for the 10 members whom the former speaker know, and the governor himself, whom has taken the assembly to become an appendage of the executive, knows that they will not win if they allow these members to meet with us and converge at the hallowed chamber of National State House of Assembly independently. If we conduct election, he will lose. Because myself and my colleague, we are on the side of the majority. We are 13 and they are 10. One member, that is the lady, Hajarat Anyaro, she has 10. She is neither there nor here with us. The security, if they say there is a security concern, the military men that they provided, the Air Force, which is another question that is begging for answer. On whose interest is the Air Force, the military, the police, the commissioner of police, on whose interest are they carrying out this directive? And then their allegiance, is it to the governor of Nasarawa State or to the former speaker, or their allegiance is to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? That is another question that is begging for answer. Now they provided security for them at the Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. They cordoned the entire area with heavy security, armed Air Force, and then they went in there, carry out a kangaroo inauguration. And when we are informed that this is what was going on in the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, we had no other option than to ask that we should be allowed to gain access into the hallowed chamber. And the smaller door was open and we entered. And we went into the hallowed chamber, my brother, conducted our inauguration in accordance with the law. The clerk that conducted their own kangaroo election is a grade level 14 officer. The clerk that conducted our own inauguration is also a clerk of level 14 officer. So what difference has this? It is very, very unfortunate. I thought that the governor should know what law is. I thought that the governor should be, the advisors of the governor should advise him on what to say on national television, so that they don't embarrass the gentleman. He is speaking from the angle of politics, and it is unfortunate for an experienced public officer, the chief security of Nasarawa State, to go on national TV and said clerk presented to him a speaker. As who? He is the governor of Nasarawa State, the head of executive arm. We do not need to present the speaker to the governor after inauguration. No, the clerk does not have that responsibility. Once the clerk sworn in Mr. Speaker, the clerk vacates his position on the inauguration day. He has no capacity to do anything again. It is Mr. Speaker that takes charge, and he is the owner. He takes charge of that institution. He is the one that will lead the members, governor, and introduce the members to the governor if he so wish. It is not mandatory. So that someone went there, a purported elected speaker, and then you are recognizing people who have gone to a public building to carry out a kangaroo and illegal inauguration, and 10 of them, and you are saying you are recognizing them. This is an aberration of rule of law. The governor cannot, and he should not. If I were him, I will ask that statement be withdrawn, and he should publicly apologize, because it's an embarrassment that the governor will recognize an illegal speaker and then said that that is the speaker that he will work with. That governor should know that he swore an oath that he is going to protect and ensure that there is peace in Nasarawa State. The Constitution has a responsibility, and the first responsibility is the security and welfare of the people of Nasarawa State. And if he is not going to play a fatherly role, then he should allow Assembly to carry out their constitutional responsibility independently of the executive. He is not the head of the legislature. He cannot choose for us where and how to conduct our legislative activities. You see, my brother, as legitimate speaker and members of National State House of Assembly, we carried out our inauguration on 6. The next day, we have to adopt our vote and proceeding. And after adopting the vote and proceeding, we need to also go take a break. So that was what informed our sitting yesterday. We sat and then look at what we did and then adopt our vote and proceeding and also look at other issues that came up. And a colleague of ours, Honorable Elia Luka Jakaba, brought a matter of very public importance. And from the social media, he gathers his information and the television and the papers that there were 10 members that went and carried out illegal inauguration. So we are imagining, and member discussed and took decision. In summary, my brother, like you said, we discussed and concluded and resolved that those members should be barred from getting access to the assembly complex, because whatever they have done outside the assembly complex is not known to law, is unconstitutional, is illegal, until they formally write to me as a speaker and my members that they are ready to be sworn in to conduct the activities of the National State House of Assembly. Then we will allow them to have access to the assembly, and we will now accept them into the assembly and inaugurate them to be members. They are welcome. No fighting. We have directed in our sitting yesterday the assembly be sealed until when we resume from our break. The police are working with the executive. They compromise our resolution, and that is why you saw him gaining access into the assembly. So he has his own assembly somewhere. Let him go there and carry out his whatever kangaroo sitting there. We are not recognizing whatever he has done. And our concern here, our worry here, is that the chief executive of the state, who has the responsibility of maintaining peace and order, is the one that is creating this problem. That is our concern, because his statement, his word, is further aggravating a lot of problem in the state. He should play a fatherly role, like I said. I will see him, I will advise him. We can always come back together and sort ourselves out, I can assure you. Thank you very much.